What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins.
At 80, Mike's 56.
Completes it to Jennings. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Bills' 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll throw it with Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over them. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 46 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there at 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing. Yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third.
Hey, 50 to mark.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is fielded inside the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rosen will throw. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. 7 yards there and a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Now Rosen. This is Jennings. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First and 10 at the 40.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10.
Alert 3. Alert, alert, alert.
Again, it's Rosen. This one caught by Isabella. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 9, check 9. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 80. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A 6-yard pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down. Had to pass there. Third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
I got you, punk.
Go, go.
50's to mine. Here we go, T.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Ready?
2nd and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Gary Jennings, 70 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Now for the... Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Nice hit, boy.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
and he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Rosen. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Be ready! Be ready! 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. Hug! I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! Hey! Wahoo! 56. Guys!
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick here is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Dawson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. His time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 54.
They're going to look to throw. It's caught to Charles. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This is taken at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now they try the right side here. And an alley to run. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Fellas, let's set a tone. Hey, check. Mike, 50, Mike. Monday.
They will run with Grant. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Alert!
Here's Rosen to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Monday.
Mike's 50. Yo.
Check. Protein spill. Pug. Monday.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen. And this is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 50.
Watch the run.
Middle.
Safety.
He's coming. Hey, box drop.
To throw is Rosen. He finds McCoy. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Got a man open. That's Harry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
That will a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Mike 50. Not here.
Here's Grant. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They only get two there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Alert. Slam. 22 jet bomber. 22.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Under 10. 10. Hey, alert. 58, boy, 58. Hey, alert. Right here.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, quarter. Hey, high 7. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Hey, alert 3.
Check 52. Hey, alert. Hey!
On play action, Rosen. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. This is Grant. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff working right. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Go, go, go.
Check 50, check 50. Check 37, check 37. Shoot!
On first down, Grant. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run on first down. Lawton. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Come on, set. Go to base. You ain't going nowhere.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lawton. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That second down play nets a -4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 48-yard line.
Shoot. Hey, exit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They find some open field here. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown. touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Hey, watch it. Wait, switch. Whip. Watch the whip.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
All day, every day, any day. Out.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 56. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Slam. Slam. Any weapon. Slam. 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 Orbit.
Now back to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. The Bills say they have it, and they do. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on.